Today's unique house is an authentic looking home. It's a Tudor style house built in the early 1900s. It's for sale at £1.175 million and it is beautiful. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Greetings from Unique Property Company HQ. Today's viewing isn't the usual affair. I only had a very short window of time to film this property a few weeks ago, so I wasn't able to run around and doing all the point and shoot and walk and talk stuff. Plus, on the day, the weather was awful. It wasn't ideal for walking around, especially in the garden. Anyway, whilst today's viewing is a very unique freehold home, it's also an incredibly practical and big family home coming in at 2,800 square feet, covering 3 floors, and that's around 260 square metres. To set the scene, I was called to value a property in the village of Herts in Langley over in Hertfordshire a few months ago. And if you happen to be looking for something very quiet and tranquil, you could do a lot worse than move to this part of the country. When I turned up, I honestly thought I was going in to see some part of an old converted Tudor building, when in fact, after discussion with the owners who've enjoyed this a family home for many years, said it was only built at the beginning of the 1900s. To say my mind was blown was an understatement. Now, I know there was an early trend in the early 1900s, especially in suburbia, for mock Tudor homes, but in all honesty, they were always a little bit off the mark. This place is, however, incredible. Irregular brickwork using small bricks, authentic wooden beams, castellated parapets and leaded windows, to name a few of the features. And that's just for starters. You wait till you see some of the interior mouldings. And that's where we're going to head now, starting with the entrance porch. With its ornated gate and grille and a thick front door that takes you through a wide open entrance hall, which is rather grand actually, with a decent floor space, lots of volume and more replica features. As far as the end of the hall goes, you've got one door that leads to the back garden and another door that leads to a private cellar that's currently being used as a workshop and storage for the owner. But I think the real showstopper here is the magnificent staircase which leads up to a galleried hallway above, with all of the intricate beamwork in the ceiling. Again, use of dark wood gives it that authentic feel, especially when paired up with those big leaded windows facing out towards the back garden. The living room is lovely, a very comfortable room and big as well. Big enough to have a large seating area as well as a dining area in the bay window at the front, facing across the grounds. There's lots of wall panelling in here and ceiling mouldings and a feature fireplace. And completing the accommodation on the ground floor, a very large and bright family kitchen. A few years ago now, the owners took the decision to add an extension on the back, creating a bright dining area with glass atrium in the ceiling this room also has access to the garden from as well. It really does make this room feel like it's heart of the home. Now, upstairs is where things get really interesting, especially for me. I have to say, bedrooms 1 and 2 are my favourites. They are incredible. It's what gives this home its uniqueness. The replica detailing in here is off the scale. Just look at those ceilings and that wall panelling. Oh, and by the way, those are original Delft tiles in that fireplace. The main bedroom has a big 4-piece ensuite, and there's also another bathroom plus a home office on this floor as well. One more flight of stairs and you're up in what feels like a nice self-contained apartment, but it isn't. It's got 2 bedrooms, a pretty generous landing and a huge walk-in shower room, and it would actually make a lovely little spot for an older or a younger family member to use as a private space. Outside there is a generous garden. I think it extends to around about 100 feet, and there's also a private garage tucked away around the back as well. The front of the house is gravelled, and this is residence parking only. And the other thing to note is that whilst you do feel like you're actually living out in the back of beyond here, you're only a 10-minute drive from the 3 stations in Watford that have underground, overline and all mainline services running into and out from central London. So there we have it. a very nice, unique family home, and it's far from the standard 1900s property that you'll see around that neck of the woods. And personally, I think it's a very good buy. But it's not my opinion that matters. What do you think? Could you see yourself here? Could you see yourself moving into this place as a family? It really is a one-of-a-kind home. So if you could, please get in touch directly. Usual contact details apply. simon@uniqueproperty.tv on email, or call the office 0203 987 1739, where I will pick up the call here. And that's it. I'm done for today. I thank you for joining me on this tour as usual. I will look forward to seeing you on the next one. So until then, take care.